The son walks into the house carrying his mother's and sister's suitcase on his shoulder. He says warmly, "Look who's here." The wife turns around and says, "Mother-in-law and little sister-in-law, how did you guys suddenly come here?" The mother-in-law says coldly, "The way you're talking makes it seem like you're not happy to see us." Then the husband says firmly to his wife, "Mom and my little sister are here. Hurry up and make something to eat." The daughter-in-law says, "Okay, Mom, little sister, you both sit on the couch first. I'll make something for you to eat." The younger sister says to her brother, "Your wife seriously needs to be controlled. Just look at her attitude." The brother says, All right. The mother-in-law says, "Sophia, don't cook right now. Come here first. I need to talk to you." The daughter-in-law says, "Yes, I'm coming." The mother says to her son, "Son, put the suitcase down. Hurry up, you'll get tired." So the son puts the suitcase down. Just then, the daughter-in-law comes out of the kitchen and says, "Mom, what is it?" The mother-in-law says, "Sophia, the thing is, your younger brother-in-law is getting married soon. I sold the house in the village and bought him a wedding house in the city. So now your sister-in-law and I have nowhere to live. That's why we'll be living with you from now on, and we're not going back. I want you two to take care of us in our old age." The daughter-in-law says, "Mother-in-law, why didn't you discuss such a big decision with us first? I can see you even brought all your luggage. Why are you acting so innocent?" The husband says, "This is my house. My mother and sister can come here whenever they want and stay as long as they want." Then the sister-in-law says proudly, "Exactly. My brother is right. My brother paid for this house. My mother and I can come whenever we want, stay whenever we want, and live however we want. Why should we ask permission from an outsider like you?" The daughter-in-law says nervously, "But we—" The mother-in-law says angrily, "But what? This is my son's house, and my son's house is our house too. Why should we inform you?" Then she says, "Enough. Stop talking so much. Hurry up and empty the master bedroom so your sister-in-law and I can stay there. You two can move into the storage room, and from now on, you'll give me your entire monthly salary. Before spending even a single dollar, you'll ask me first. After all, my son works very hard to earn money. From now on, things in this house will go my way." The daughter-in-law says quietly, "Understood." Then the son says, "What my mother says is what I say too. I listen to my mother." Then the daughter-in-law says emotionally, "Mom, you shouldn't be asking me to take care of you in old age. You should be asking your son, because you gave birth to him, not me. Yes, it's good for a daughter-in-law to care for her mother-in-law, but think about how you treated me all these years. From my pregnancy to childbirth, and even during postpartum recovery, did you ever give even $1 or offer the smallest bit of help? Everything was done by my parents. And while I was recovering after childbirth, my husband and I were struggling to build our careers. We asked you to help take care of the baby, but what did you do? Now you sold the village house, spent all the money on your younger son's wedding and house, and then came to our home expecting us to take care of you. Don't you think that sounds ridiculous?" The husband says, "Sophia, what are you doing? Are you pointing out my mother's faults? She's my mother. She raised me." The wife says seriously, "Yes, she raised you because that was her responsibility. Raising a child and doing someone a favor are two completely different things. I hope you understand the difference. Mother-in-law and daughter-in-law conflicts usually happen because the mother-in-law interferes too much. Adam, remember this. The day we got married was the day we created a new family. Your parents have their own home, and in every home, only one woman can truly run the household. If you don't set boundaries in time, these conflicts will never end. I've spent so many years with you, and in every little argument with your mother, you always took her side. Did you ever think about my feelings? Do you know how I've survived all these years? And for all these years, whenever your mother had a problem, she came running to you, while your other brother never took any responsibility. Now she sold the village house, spent all the money on your younger brother's wedding and home, and now she comes here expecting us to take care of her. How can she even say something this ridiculous? I'm asking you, Adam, have you suddenly gone mute?" Then the husband says sarcastically, "Wow, you've gotten really brave. So now my mother is supposed to apologize to you? We're their children. Taking care of our parents is our duty." The mother turns angrily to her son and says furiously, "Son, look at the kind of wife you brought home. A daughter-in-law like this should never be kept. Divorce her." The sister-in-law says eagerly, "Exactly, brother. If things don't work out, then divorce her. I'll find you a wife who's richer, prettier, smarter, and more obedient than her. My friend Emma would be perfect." The wife says irritated, "Enough. Stop acting dramatic in front of me. Do you people think you're actors in some short drama series? Mom, I've called called you Mom all this time because I respected you. But today, let me make one thing clear. If you treat me like a daughter, then you are my mother. But if you treat me like an outsider, then to me, you are nothing more than a stranger. The sister-in-law gestures with her hand and says mockingly, "Oh, please." The mother says bitterly to her son, "Son, a daughter-in-law like this should never be kept in the house." The daughter-in-law says angrily, "Mom, in all these years, have you ever truly fulfilled the role of a good mother-in-law or elder? All you know how to do is poison your son's mind against me. And you, sister-in-law, just because your own marriage failed, you want everyone else's life to fall apart too? If I didn't respect my relationship with Adam, I would have thrown both of you out of this house a long time ago." The mother-in-law says furiously, "You, Sophia, look at your behavior." Before she can finish speaking, she suddenly collapses onto the couch. The husband angrily says, "What kind of behavior is this toward my mother?" The wife says harshly, "Adam, you are a complete mama's boy. Men like that are treated like insoles inside a shoe by women. Whether they're there or not doesn't make much difference. And if they become too uncomfortable, they're thrown away. Adam, in all these years, did you ever once stand up for me? Your mother sold the village house, spent all the money on your younger brother's wedding and house, then came to our home and started ordering me around. Did you forget how hard the early days of our marriage were?" The husband says coldly, "You sure talk a lot, but you don't even have your father's support behind you. No one would ever stand by a woman like you. If my mother and sister can't stay here today, then let's just get divorced." The wife says confidently, "Divorce? Fine. Honestly, whether you're in this house or not doesn't even matter anymore. I married you because I wanted us to live a happy life together, not so I could become a servant to your entire family." Friends, would divorcing a mama's boy husband like this be the right decision?